4 words: Candid Yams, Music, and Movies. A place where you can come and enjoy independent film, the music culture, and the food culture all in one event. Come and listen and hear how you could join one of the fastest growing social brands in the Triad today. Love the culture. Deuces. Just a brief explanation of the name. The word candid means means to be straightforward with someone, to give them straightforward advice or straightforward attention about what in the things that they're doing or the things that they want to do. And yams is just my favorite food during Thanksgiving. For all my people that I house hop to, and my mom that cooks my favorite candied yam dish. Shout out to all of y'all that give me yams. And so yams is just a sense of home. When you think of candied yams, I want you to think about a gathering or homecoming for people, because in the South, where I'm from, shout out to North Carolina, we gather and we eat during holiday time and during family time, or during your holiday time or whatnot. We gather to eat and fellowship with family. And so each event is like that. And so Candy Yams wants to bring that environment every time through a themed music and movie event. So what you can expect for sure every time at a Candy Yams event is a film, an independent film, a discussion, a great curated playlist, and food, right? And it's all themed. So gravitated towards music and movies because I started to understand that movies were were a place where I could find refuge in people's words and people's diction, and where they could express themselves or whatnot. So I started to find out that movies were an expression or an extension of what people went through in their lives. And so I got connected to movies because I felt like through the producers and through the writers of these movies that they were the people that I connected with the most. And for some of you, that may be the case as well for the independent film community, in which I want to highlight. It's filled with people that write words for a living and deserve to be highlighted because of that. And so Candid Yams is a platform for independent film artists because I want to help people solve the problems that they have. Music, and music to me is life's greatest symphony, right? Of course, it's extremely expressive, coming from that era of hip hop where you may hear Missy Elliott or Ja Rule or Nas or Jay-Z or DMX, but you also may hear a little Aerosmith, or you may hear a little Carlos Santana on the guitar. All music that I hear now, I used to hear back then when I was younger, and it all resonated with me. To that people were just as expressive as I was, but they did it through a musical format. When I was in college, I played trombone in the band where I'm from, and it was a really gratifying experience for me because I got to be a part of a band and be a part of band culture and understand that you are one band, one sound. And then also to understand that playing with others, you created a sense of family with that. And so with music, it's a completely different expressive thing because you have to get in touch with your emotions, but you also find lyrics to be a part of a story that people write in their lives, right? So once you write a story and put that story on paper and sing it to the melodic tune of music, now you're giving it to a world in a way that's special to you. And I think that with recent events like a J. Cole album dropping, or Donald Glover, who just cleaned up at the Golden Globes, it's all about understanding that you write something down and that's a transfer of energy immediately to the people that are listening to it. So yeah, that's the purpose for the music. And then thirdly, the key elements of, and what I want to cover here, and what I'm basically trying to get to, is the key elements that Candid Yams covers is family, friends, music, movies, culture, right? Those five things, and food. I forgot about food. So those things are important to me because, again, going back to my past, once I started to understand that other people listen to music and movies just like I did, and we could have a discussion, I started to recognize that you could have a connection with someone based off of the movies, the TV shows, or the music that they had either seen, heard, or written. I've gotten in contact with a whole lot of poets in my day and time, but yeah, I started to see that that was a great connector of people, but the number one connector is food. So, and then music and movies also follow. So the thing was is that I wanted to create through Candid Yams a sense of community and an extended family, and Candid Yams wants you to be, or I want you to be a part of the Candid Yams community. I want to create discussion around film, discussion around great movies, great music as well, and then also food as well, because those are the three topics that I like to talk about. So please become a part of my extended family. So right now, I want you to go and follow me. I'm going to leave all these links in the bottom here, but follow me. Instagram, Candid Yams KB, and that's CANDID YAMS KB. That's at Instagram. On Twitter, you can find me at Candid Yams MM. That's MM. And then on Facebook, you can find me at Candid Yams, The Ultimate Kickback, for all of your updates on Candid Yams music and movies. So before I go, I'd like to ask you to do this. I want you to comment in the section below your favorite movie or your favorite music that you like to listen to, or your favorite artist. And then I also like for you to give me an experience that kind of catapulted you into loving that particular art form, or leading to other art forms, because I found out that people will go to a music event and get inspired to write or get inspired to draw, and I love hearing about those experiences. So if you would take a little time and comment in the section below um, what your favorite musical or what your favorite picture experience was. Comment below. I want to hear your comments about what you believe about music and movies, what you think about this idea, and then also to follow me, Candid Yams KB on Instagram, Candid Yams MM on Twitter, and Candid Yams The Ultimate Kickback on Facebook. So let's create this life together. Come be a part. I'm inviting you to be an extended part of my family. But check for updates on those three channels, mostly on Twitter or on Instagram, since those are the two mediums that I like the most because of quick content and all of that. On Facebook, you'll be able to see a lot of past events photos, and you'll be able to see the upcoming dates of events as well. So yeah, Candid Yams, music and movies. Life is always sweeter than a plate of yams with extra syrup. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you soon.